28-21, you guys ran the ball 10 straight times.
Yeah.
What does that do to a defense when everybody knows it's going to be a run and it's still working?
Yeah, I mean, it's just is unique. I haven't played with a team in the NFL that does this. I've never been able to run the ball that well. I've been a part of running the ball that well, so it's new to me. But I guess when you get people on their heels, you get them a little bit tired, worn down, you can just keep going and keep plugging. And so I think it says a little bit about our conditioning, maybe, that our O-line and our running backs, have enough juice to be able to keep going 10 straight plays too. But we've done it a few games now, a few drives now, where it's been just a heavy dose of run, which you just don't see much in the NFL anymore. So the fact that we can do that, I think, is a really positive thing. And you never know when it's going to hit and when it's not, but we certainly stay committed to the run all game long.
Hey, Kirk, why was the connection with Kyle Rudolph working so well there in the red zone?
Yeah, he's always been an elite red zone target. I mean, the first catch, that's unbelievable. The one-handed catch, the ability to keep 2 feet in bounds. I mean, he's not the first option. He's really not the second option. But I just felt like, Sean Lee was in position, but if I give Rudy a chance, usually he makes you right. And he made an unbelievable play and, showed why he's such a special player. And then the second one was just, he's the second option and got behind the defense and gave him a great opportunity, and he made it. And then the last one was just a 2-point conversion. He's pretty much covered, but he just goes up and snatches it away. It's pretty special when you can do that. We got to find ways to give him more opportunities because he showed tonight how special he is. And without Adam, we have to kind of reinvent ourselves and find some ways to get other people involved too.
Rudy was talking about the lull after that this team kind of went through offensively, and that you had to hang on and how to get through that. It was hard to kind of fight through that.
All the drives run together right now. I don't feel like we took our foot off the gas. We just had the 1 3rd down at midfield that we tried to get him on a double move, and they kind of pushed Diggsy out of bounds. He got walled and didn't get through it, and I threw it, trying to anticipate him getting out of the coverage, and he couldn't get there, and so we punted. But up until that, it was a positive drive, and we churned some clock and got out of our own territory. So, we converted some 3rd downs there, did some good things. We just stalled in that 1 3rd down, and that's really what it comes down to. Is that's why you have to convert 3rd downs, and what the Cowboys did so well, staying on the field and giving yourself a chance.
You mentioned having to reinvent things a little bit without Adam Thielen. How much do things change when you're missing a wide receiver of his caliber?
Well, we've certainly relied on him. I think that production would show that over the last year and a half. So you just have to think about without him, how are you most dangerous? How can you be tough to defend? And who do you want to feature? And so, when you run the football that well, you're able to, do a lot of different things because it certainly takes pressure off of your passing game in those positions.
Hey, Kirk, I think this 4-game stretch here is the longest you've gone without a turnover. Even your last one was just a tip pass. I mean, what do you attribute this clean play that you've had now for a couple months?
Well, I think it's a combination of factors. One, I've always said that I'm continuously improving. I'm getting better every year. So even though I'm in year 8, I think I'm better than I was in year 7. So some of it's just getting better as a football player, having gone through more experiences, learning what it means to protect the football. Secondly, I think we're protecting well, which gives me a chance to see the defense and not have to take guesses because I'm not having time to see it out. Some of them are bang bang. I had a play today that was an incomplete pass, but it was very close to being a fumble. So the turnovers are so close. You have to really. And then when you run the football well, it takes pressure off of the number of times you have to put the ball in harm's way. So I think it's a combination.
Kirk, you're familiar with the Cowboys' defensive line. You faced them a lot. They're very, very good.
Yes, they are.
They got home a couple of times, but you had to feel real good about the way you were protected tonight.
Well, it was a really good pass rush, and they showed that. DeMarcus Lawrence got in there one time and made a good play on a 3rd down, and then you felt them all night. I think we were able to screen them a little bit because of how hard they do rush, and I think why they've had success and why they're so highly ranked on defense is because that pass rush is really getting after quarterbacks. So when we were able to run the football well, it helped nullify that, not having to drop back as much. And then when we did drop back, even the 2-minute drill at the end of the half, much of it was getting the ball out pretty quickly to not give them a chance to get home.